we are all focused on Oregon and Kentucky today as residents in those two states cast their primary ballots today. Joining us right now from Palm Springs, California, Trump supporter and soap opera actor, Sean Kanan. Sean, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Good morning, Maria. Thanks so much for having me. Yeah, so when did you decide to become a Trump supporter? We're all fans of yours in afternoon TV, but you've been talking about Trump a lot lately, huh?
You know, I have to tell you, I was actually an independent for a long time, and I was moved to support Mr. Trump this year. You know, I think that the liberal Democrats are really moving us towards having one world order, you know, where America is simply like a country among countries. And I tend to agree with Ronald Reagan that we are that shining city on a hill, and that, you know, America needs to lead the way, and a strong America is better for the world. And that we are exceptional, and I think Mr. Trump embodies those same sentiments. So
yeah, and I think over the last 7 years, people were just desperate to hear the president say, "Yeah, you're exceptional," but he wouldn't say it. And people are fighting back right now, and they want to make sure that it's kept exceptional. What do you think about these comments from Angelina Jolie? I mean, you've got celebrities speaking out now. Angelina Jolie is basically saying. She's voicing her disapproval of Trump's stance on Muslims to a reporter at BBC. She said, quote, "To me, America is built on people from around the world coming together for freedoms, especially freedom of religion. So it's hard to hear this coming from someone who is pressing to be an American president." What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think Mr. Trump is absolutely not a perfect candidate. A lot of people said the same thing about Ronald Reagan, though, and he turned out to be one of our greatest presidents. That being said, that's definitely one of his policies that I'm not particularly in favor of. What I am in favor of is our government enforcing our immigration laws and vetting these people coming to our country, rather than necessarily putting out a blanket ban on all Muslims coming into the country.
Sean, it's Dagan McDowell. Are you going to raise money for Donald Trump? Have you already done that? Because that's one way actors and actresses and celebrities can help.
No, I haven't raised any money for Mr. Trump yet, but I wouldn't rule that out either.
Sean, it's Kevin. Thanks for getting up this early. It's refreshing to get a intelligent and eloquent actor to talk about his stances.
Let me tell you, Kevin, nobody in Palm Springs wears a suit and tie at 4:30 in the morning.
Thank you for doing that.
No,
only for you guys.
Hey, Sean, nobody wears a suit and tie, period, okay?
Period, right.
So my question is there a particular issue that you support Trump with, right? Is there one outstanding thing that you're saying this is the defining issue that I think Trump has over Hillary?
There's actually quite a few issues. You know, it's just the whole Benghazi thing, the whole duplicity about the emails, it just really rubs me the wrong way. And
because you just don't trust her. You just don't trust her.
I don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And, you know, I know a lot of stuff has come up about Mr. Trump, but the thing people have to remember is that for decades he was living his life as a private citizen and as a businessman, and I think there's a different set of criterion that apply to somebody who's in the public eye as to someone who's in the private business sector. If I had to really pick a few things that resonate with me, the first is the way that our veterans are being treated. I mean, the brave men and women that defend us, that defend our very liberty, are being treated in many cases like garbage. Mr. Trump wants to rebuild the military, which I'm a huge proponent of, and he wants to treat our veterans right. Another issue is the revamping of the tax code. I mean, we've got a tax code that is so convoluted that the majority of tax preparation experts don't understand all about it. How can the average Joe know what to do? And yet, we've got an IRS where we've got scandals with Lois Lerner, and yet when it comes to us having to pay, they're Johnny on the spot, aren't they?
Yeah. You know, it's interesting that Hillary Clinton has been doubling down on, look, we want to continue what's already here. You know, we want to build up Obamacare, not repeal it. We want to raise more taxes. And we know that in the last 7 years that hasn't worked.
It hasn't worked at all, and we're now facing a $19 trillion deficit. And, you know, I have a theory, it's not mine, but I subscribe to it, that the expansion of government really causes a contraction of our own personal liberties. And again, we are mortgaging a bill for our kids and grandkids that may very well be something that could eventually collapse our economic system if we keep going on this way.
Yeah. Sean, great analysis. We so appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sean Kanan joining us.